People in Kauai know there's one central hospital, Wilcox Medical Center, and we've all been there from time to time. And today, in the County Council meeting, we talked patient to staff ratios and maintaining the safety for our community, for our nurses, and making sure that there is the utmost standard of care when we go to visit the hospital.
The following program is a production of Hō'ike Kaua'i Community Media.
So, welcome back. It's Olivia, and we took a quick break because the meeting was short last week, but I've taken the time to highlight two very important meeting items that I think you should know about. All right, but before we get to this week, let's talk about last week. We saw the American Red Cross come and give a presentation, and we got also a very short presentation from the Kauai Emergency Management Agency, or KEMA for short, about the emergency preparedness of Kauai, and basically just some questions from the council about where they're getting the manpower to operate when we need them most, right? When severe flooding happens or anything like that. And it was Councilmember Cowden's meeting, and we basically just heard a lot of things, some challenges, but we learned that a lot of their staff is new, and the council members were a little concerned about that, but it's because of the salary or wages that they are paid are just not comparable to the current cost of living here in Hawaii, especially on Kauai. So currently, there's no person from the American Red Cross that's paid or part of this leadership team that is stationed specifically here on Kauai. There was no vote or anything. It was just in committee. I think Councilmember Cowden just wanted to get kind of a temperature check of what is going on in terms of our public safety and our emergency preparedness. And it kind of ended with Council Chair Raposo kind of asking like if there's anything the council can do to get better funding, or writing a letter to their upper management and get like a stipend or something to compensate for the cost of living here in Hawaii, just because they feel like it's important to have someone from the Red Cross stationed directly here and knowledgeable of all the things that make Hawaii unique. And so if you want to see the full discussion and full presentation from KEMA and from the American Red Cross, I invite you to go to the webcast meetings link right here. And it's pretty much the whole meeting, so I'll let you take a look. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about this week. And this week is probably the most amount of people I've seen in the council chambers in my time covering the council. It was a packed house, maybe like only 2 or 3 seats that were empty. And it was made up of the Wilcox leadership and their supporters, and then the Hawaii Nurses Association on the other side of the room. The reason we saw all these people here today is because Councilmember Holland and Councilmember Carvalho introduced a resolution to ask the Hawaii State Legislature to pass laws to create fixed, safe staffing ratios throughout all of Hawaii. And that's their jurisdiction to do so. But wait, what's a resolution? Can the County Council really create a bill to, legislate our Wilcox Hospital? And the answer to that is no. The resolution is a way for the council to put out a statement, like jointly, as a legislative body that is for Kaua'i County. They vote, and there's usually a part of the resolution that says to send it to the governor, each senator, each House representative, and basically it was asking to pass Senate bill, a Senate bill and a House bill to establish those staffing ratios. And so we heard testimony from both sides. It was quite a bit of testimony, and we heard it from the Wilcox leadership team in addition to the nurses that were present there at the time. And so what will be interesting to see is how this ends up panning out, because really the resolution is a non-binding agreement, meaning that because the resolution passed doesn't mean that anything in particular may change, but it's more of giving an avenue for a safe space for these two parties to meet publicly and get started on the discussion that is very important for our community to know about and have an opinion about, because I haven't had to go to Wilcox Hospital recently, but I know that people depend on Wilcox for care and making sure that our nurses are mentally stable because, they're not burnt out, but also making sure that, we're being flexible. So I invite you to go look at the webcast meetings link right here and go watch the whole testimony and see some of the discussion from the council members that passed this resolution today. It's a very complex issue, not enough to be covered in however long this video is. So go check it out. So there you have it, Kauai. That's your county council update for this week. And I guess last week too. Stay tuned because I just heard from my coworker, news and events producer Trisha, that we're going to be having some of the nurses who we actually filmed a couple weeks ago and who were at the meeting today come onto the weekly channel to kind of talk about what happened yesterday and give everyone and the public an update. So look out for that. Remember to hit like, subscribe, put those notifications on. It's absolutely free and it helps your local public access station reach more people and get better content out there. So until next time, I'll see you around. Parking lot vibes.